Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Talk About Sleep. We're going to talk about sleep today and everything sleep related. So, hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving and you didn't overeat. Hopefully, the turkey gave you some tryptophan, which is a total myth, but be that as it may, let's get into today's topic, which is part one of Q&A. I'll probably make two videos from the questions we got today, so thank you for everybody who interacted, and as I always say, these videos are for education only. If you have any questions on my response to the questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Once a month I make a video like we're doing today, answering all questions, sometimes two, sometimes three videos. Just a couple other announcements I want to make. My second book is going to be titled The Story of Sleep, A to ZZZ. That should be coming out either this month, December, or early next year. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I know about that. So keep an eye out for that. And in the meantime, though, if you're interested in my first book, Let's Talk About Sleep, which is the name of this channel, of course, you can get that on Amazon. The link to that is in the description box down below. And with that being said, let's get right into this. So the first question or first comment I'll get onto is from a recent video, the recent melatonin controversy. And Rob writes, I took melatonin and it seemed to help with my sleep, but at the same time it seemed to be the case and my sex drive became very depressed. That can happen, not a common thing that I hear about, but it's not unheard of. I don't know if the two things are related. It could be. You got to remember too, though, melatonin is a very, very mild central nervous system depressant. So could sex drive be related to that? It's possible. It's possible. Okay. I intend to keep taking melatonin, but only for certain times. That's totally fine. So my plan is to take it much more selectively. I agree with that. Just before the nights, I expect sleep disruption rather than taking it routinely, which is a pity because it certainly helped. Yeah, I think that's a fine plan, Rob. One of the questions I would ask, though, is if somebody came to me with that kind of story, would be, is there anything else going on in the sleep, right? Is there a reason why your sleep is disrupted? Something like sleep apnea. So, if there is any possibility for that, I would get that looked into. Thank you for the comment. All right. On my ADHD video, Sagan Colors writes, I'm happy I found your channel. You have great content. Thank you. But I disagree with this one. Video games and TV doesn't increase the number of people with ADHD. Okay, agreed. But what drives the increase in diagnosis is especially that girls and women get diagnosed more now, whereas before the only disruptive little boys got diagnosed. Fair statement. Lastly, is hyperactive. But ADHD, don't want to mask some. We learn to mask them to some extent, the symptoms, which make it less obvious to others. No more disruptive little boys in class, but it still makes the lives of ADHDers much more difficult than it needs to be. You could just say that it disrupts our lives, but not other people's lives as an adult. Yeah, thank you, Sagan Colors. Yeah, I agree with all of that. I certainly didn't mean to, disagree with what you're saying. Yeah, I think that the point here, though, is that it's probably more common than we realize, right? And my question as a sleep specialist is, what's the reason for that? Is it because there's more, are people paying attention to these problems more? Are sleep disorders the cause of ADHD? That's really what I want to get to the bottom of. But thank you for your comment. Brennan on my Klein-Levin syndrome writes, thank you for the info. You're welcome, my friend. On my sexsomnia video, there were a couple of comments that I want to get to. You know what? Maybe I'll leave those for the next video, okay? Because there's several of them. But for the last question for today, Symphony writes on my Xywav video, today I was prescribed Xywav for the first time today. I was diagnosed with IH a little over a year ago. That's idiopathic hypersomnia. and I felt like I was the only one who was diagnosed with it because I've never heard of IH before. That's the problem, is that narcolepsy people at least have heard of, right? People have, seen on TV and movies, whatever. IH is not there yet as far as what people have even heard of or know exists, but it is real, okay? Even now when I mention it, people are like, what's that? Yep. I just tell them it's a cousin of narcolepsy. Good. That's what I say too. But I'm ready to start this medication, see how it works. Good to have an open mind. I was on Adderall before and it was causing me to have chest pain. Hopefully this works. Yeah, and honestly, Symphony, thank you for your comment. That's a very, very common story, what you just said. People have tried other things, nothing else really works, or there's too many other side effects. I personally have had great success with Xywav for IH, and patients seem to really like it because, one, it's the only approved medicine for this condition. Two, it kind of validates that they do have this, something real. And three, it tends to be pretty well tolerated. So good luck. Hopefully by the time you see this, you'll have tried it and had some success. So let us know. And I think I will stop there. On my next video, which will come out, I guess, on Friday, it'll be more on sexsomnia. So keep an eye out for that. Until next time, everybody, sleep well, and thank you for interacting.